morning, good morning. Watch them two-wheel drive pick-em-ups. You don't have any weight in the back. You end up like that guy right there. You gotta have weight. Not like wait time, but heavy weight. Today is Sunday. What day is Sunday? December 13th, 2020. We're on our way to Greeley from Grand Junction. Got a 34-hour break-in. We're going to do a swap out and then be done till tomorrow, I think, and then we're going to go to Oregon. Portland, well, south of Portland. Actually, it's Aurora, Oregon. That car's out of the way. It is 16 degrees outside. I know some people wonder why I seem to always be in the left-hand lane sometimes. Well, I zigzag back and forth, you know, because I always catch up to people. Sometimes I find it better just to sit right here and pass them gradually instead of zigging in and out. It is icy out, as you can see, until you hit the sunny spots and it's just wet a little bit. I don't know if they threw any mag chloride out. The river there is frozen. Get back over here. Don't do it on a turn. I'll wait till I get inside where it's dry. So the most dangerous road to drive on is ice, which is what we're on. We're doing, I don't know how fast we're going, 56 in a 65. See how this one's polished and the left lane isn't? Shiny versus flat. Now I'm going to come in on the inside here, split it. Now I got better grip because I'm on the not so polished. Down to 52 in this curve. Somebody spun out right there. The only problem with this sometimes is you get these people like we're coming up on, and if they're all going to go the same speed, they'd be in the same lane, but that's not always the case, as you'll see. Well, they seem to be moving, so that's good. We'll go ahead and move over now. No sudden movements, you'll be just fine. Your tires are a huge part right in through here, of course. Down to 15 degrees. So my average fuel mileage is 7.8 and per gallon. When I put in 70 gallons in Green River, that's 400 miles. divided by 70 comes out to like 571 gallons per mile, 5.71 gallons per mile. And we should easily have enough, but I am 33 gallons is what it shows. So you can see this little car here is got it locked up behind that truck. And he's just going to sit there. Hopefully he'll move, but we'll see what happens. Usually that's what they'll do, is they'll get there, they get to a truck, and then they stop. Like they'll be cruising along, they'll get there, and they'll stop. He seems to still keep cruising. We'll see if he stops or not. See, he's just right there. He stopped. See that? That is like really bad driving. And some of you people might think I'm doing the bad driving. No, that right there is blocking the lane. How did I call that he was going to stop? I see it all the time. See if I can get him to move at all. See, what's the purpose of being right there? And then being so inconsiderate that you have to keep the lane from other people. And see, if the truck speeds up, the car speeds up. I just don't understand it. I'll see if we can't get him to get the heck out of the way. Let the pros from Dover take this. See what I mean? It is just absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason for this. Arizona plates. This guy in front of me, he wants to go. It's that Arizona guy. Try it again. I doubt we'll be able to, because he'll probably speed up. Yeah, see, we all sped up. 65 right now. We got around that guy. What a pain in the butt. Why do they do that? I don't know, but I see it a lot. If you're that scared, fine, stay behind the truck. But nope, get in the other lane, be scared, and screw everybody else. It's a big pet peeve of mine. I really hate that on the highway. Anyway, looks like nice dry roads all the way to probably Vail. I don't know. I haven't looked at the map yet. It didn't matter to me because we're coming through no matter what. We have to get through. I mean, when it gets that bad, yeah, we shut it down, but, well, I usually don't, but unless they close the highway. But, you know, we're coming through no matter what. I'm used to this stuff. I'm not the type to shut it down because it snows, you know. I mean, up in the mountains, it snows all winter long, and we still drive all winter long. Up in Alaska, it snows all winter long. They still drive all winter long. You get down here, the lower 48, it's snowing. it's not, they can't pay me enough, and don't risk your life, and you should park your truck, and if you have to put chains on, that's just, man, just drive. It ain't that big a deal. They tend to make it that way. You know, and that's what I've heard so much of the crying from other drivers. I was just like, man, look it, here's how to drive a truck in the snow. And of course, dealing with people from the lower 48s, it got more dislikes than likes, which is fine. I'm not doing it to be popularity contest. And it was mostly a joke. The people that really knew how to drive got it. People who didn't freaked out. You know. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Trucking through coming in through the west end of Glenwood Canyon. So you got the speed down, which it was down and should have been when it was earlier. This is the first year they've actually kicked that into gear. They just put those digital readouts up. But as you can see, it's balmy 19 degrees out. So the roads are wet. So when they probably put that 40 mile per hour up, it was dark and icy. Go through a lot of washer fluid. Still 19 degrees. Try to take advantage of this moisture in the air. Somebody's going excessively slow. Minivan. Actually, I think it's a Tahoe. There's a minivan behind it. See you in a bit. I need to change my passenger wiper. I do have a new one. So I think I'll take the, because I got 2 new ones, but only one of them was messed up. So, because the other 2 were fairly new, but there was issues with them. So got a couple more. Just changed the one on the driver's side because that's where I was really having the issue. But starting to get a bit of an issue on the passenger side, so more than likely I'll take the driver's side, move it to the passenger side, and then the brand new one on the driver's side. You've always got to have the best one that you're looking through. So I was watching Doug DeMuro on YouTube, and he was, I think it was an 89 Countach S. I don't remember if that's Ferrari or Lamborghini. I think it's Lamborghini Countach S. But like, the car was really interesting. It was neat. I remember back in the day when it came out. But it's got one windshield wiper blade on the windshield. It only does across the whole windshield. And it stops halfway in the driver's view. So your left eye, half of your field of vision is, if you're driving in rain, is blurred, and then the right side is clear. That'd be good if you're in like a McLaren F1 that has a seat in the middle, and then one on each side of it, so a 3-passenger hot rod, which is actually kind of cool. Then you'd be okay, but not for the Countach. And I think, well, you shouldn't really be driving it in the rain anyway, but in case it does, at least you get some kind of visibility. So I'm going to hang out in Denver a little bit. I'm going to take a week off. Not this week. Today's Sunday, so I'll work for another 8 days. And then I'm going to take that week off. And then spend a little time in Denver and then some time in Grand Junction. I'm going to have to look at the weather and see, because you know, the V is fun to drive, but the Jeep would be smartest, because I don't know if the weather's going to change, but I do have winter tires I can put on the V, which would get us back to Denver if need be, but I don't know, I'll have to decide which way I'm going to go with that. I think I will have to fill up the washer fluid. I just put in 2 gallons not too long ago. Well, when I went to Texas, it was beeping, so I put in 2 gallons, refilled up my 2-gallon jug, so I have 2 more. So I think I will try to top it off, and then Monday top off my 2 gallons, because you don't ever want to be low on fluid. Here comes a Lamborghini on our left side. SUV. I wonder if that's all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Probably all-wheel drive. The way he's clipping along. Of course, it's 16 degrees, but you see how much mag chloride they put on here. Liquid salt. Yeah, hit your brakes on the corner. That's what you don't do. You should be doing the speed that you need to be at before going into that corner. The reason I'm hugging that white line at times, the shoulder, is because the wear marks on the highway. I just try to minimize the bounciness of it all. Normally this highway is 60 and 50. Now they're both at 40. 60 for cars, 50 for trucks. Now it's both at 40. But it is 11:30 a.m. or 11:23. As you can see, it's melting even if it's 15 degrees. You know, it'd be great to get some drone footage in here, but it would be pretty tough. One way it could be done, though, is hang out at that rest area, which you can't bring a truck into that one, but there is other ones. And then try to catch a quality truck going east or west. I wouldn't pass it off as my own because that's an obvious lie, well, to most people. Been studying for the Part 107, getting ready to take my tests. So I didn't know that. I tried to buy a little landing pad so that if you're in dirt, you could land the drone without getting a bunch of dust and, you know, getting it into places don't need to be on the drone. And the guy goes, I don't sell DJI anymore. And I'm like, why? Because it's from China? He's like, no, because the FAA regulations, it's not so much, wasn't a sport anymore as it became regulated. And he said, so they just weren't selling as much, so I just dropped it all together. Like, oh, I see. So I'll try to pick some things up in Denver, maybe. I don't know. Or just look at that landing pad. If not, I'm going to have to order it online. Right, this guy come flying up and then just stops right between us. I apologize. Sounds like I'm complaining a lot today. We're just about out of this canyon. I know the speed kicks up here. Looks like it might be a white Christmas. If this sticks around for a bit. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Smoke from, or actually steam from the Gypsum plant in Gypsum, Colorado. Like that drywall right there. You see trucks going east, or yeah, eastbound on I-70 Vail Pass with loaded drywall. Right there is where it came from. .14 balmy degrees. That mag chloride just kind of lingers in the air and stays there. A truck could go by and then no vehicles. You come by 2 minutes later and your windshield's still going to get hit. I don't know how it is and why it does that, but it kind of lingers in the air like an airplane. guy comes speeding up and he wants to get in front of me. It's like she come flying up and then like hit her brakes and wanted to get right in front of me, and I was still cruising. You can't have that. Make your decisions way before you need to go somewhere. Exit 157 northbound Walcott, which is where we're at, to Steamboat Springs. We have champagne powder for skiing. We don't take that truck up that highway. Well, we haven't. There's no reason to yet. But if there ever comes a time, well, yeah, absolutely, we'll take it. I do take it in personal vehicles because go about 13 miles, take Grand County Road 1, actually 2 counties because it splits in the middle, county line. It's about 27, 28 miles, and it cruises along the Colorado River. You go up about 13 miles on 131 there, and then go to State Bridge. You'll know when you're there because there's a bridge right over the Colorado River. And then you go east to Highway 9, which comes out of Silverthorne and goes to Kremlin, Colorado. It's Highway 40. And then that goes over Rabbit Ears Pass into Steamboat. So that highway there is just a little shortcut. Depends on which way you're headed, what you're doing. So we use it a lot in Grant County because if you're going to go westbound, instead of getting into Kremlin from Granby, Grand Lake area, and then going south on 9, which takes you into Silverthorne, you get to Kremlin and take County Road 1, dirt road, very well maintained dirt road where you could even do, I'm not going to say how fast I've done it, but pretty good clip. And it saves about 60 miles because if you go to Silverthorne, you have to go up over Vail Pass. And then get to Walcott. Where if you get to Kremlin and cut across 27 miles, then you head south 13, boom, you're right there at the 157 exit. I actually took the V on that one time when it was snow packed. So the whole road was white and it was packed, so there was no powder. It was one of the best, one of the funnest, I should say, that I've had on that highway. Coming into Edwards, Avon, and then Vail. See you in a bit. See, she's back. She wasn't trying to get off the freeway. I thought so. She's in a four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. No, I don't know sometimes. Make sure you cut right in front of that truck there. So here we come into Vail. I was watching the weather last night just to see what I might be coming through, and they said we get snow today. There's probably a 4-hour window where it was like 20%. So I figured I'd probably be chaining up but we'll just deal with it as we get there. And as you can see, we will be able to zip up that mountain and back down the other side. Without having to chain up. Should be noise. So you can see all these spin outs people do here in the median. A combination of not knowing how to drive and bad tires. Bad tires, they could be good tires. As far as tread-wise, they're just not any good in the snow. Like my tires, my summer tires on the V, the Michelin Super Sports. You know, it's funny. I only saw one thing, or it was a video or something about the tires. Michelin Super Sports. Summertime only, not for use in snow. Now, the V has a snow and ice mode in the traction modes, or the sport, touring, track, and snow and ice. But it doesn't say anything about the tires. So you get somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, they bought one of them cars, and they go, oh, I'll just put it in track or snow and ice mode. In the ditch you go, because the tires, the car comes with Michelin Super Sports. Absolutely horrendous in the snow. And so it doesn't say anywhere, at least I didn't find. And you watch YouTube videos, nobody ever says anything about snow and ice in the V. And maybe, you know what, I should probably make a video like that. Because I'm going to do my research and look and see. Because it will be specifically to the V. It won't have anything to do with trucking. But I'll probably put it on this channel. Maybe, I don't know. I do have another one that has 0 subscribers. Which is fine. It's not meant to be subscribed. It's just meant for me to show videos to family members sometimes, or videos, a trial and error type stuff. That's my trial and error channel. And well, that car is going to be speeding up here. He doesn't want me to get through. Guess I'll just wait for him. Yeah, so anyway, there's nothing that says anything about don't use these tires in winter, even though you got snow and track mode. So here comes this guy right here. You can't see him. Maybe he's in a Subaru, so he's, you know, hauling butt. Keep getting trashed by this California tractor. So I was just referencing that as far as people going off in the median here. They could have tires that are acceptable tread-wise, but horrendous in the snow, and they get caught in a storm like up here, and off the highway they go. I mean, here comes that girl again. 17 degrees. Not doing bad. Got around that truck, but this Subaru is going to hinder me a bit, so we'll just stay right here for a second or two. Get our speed up as much as we can. Not that it matters much, we're not driving in snow, but got to keep the momentum going. Bumpy, bump, bump, bump. Oh. 13 balmy degrees now. I've gone about a couple miles maybe since it was 17. Top of Vail Pass. "17 degrees. I thought it would be colder, but well. Of course, it is 12:23. Elevation 10,603. 10,603 feet. I'm going to take my chains off there sometimes. They're still blowing snow, still making it. He has to tell people because they don't understand. There's people right next to the shoulder there. I wonder how he would be doing, that Challenger right there, or Charger, if it was snowing. I wonder if he's got the right tires on yet. There's a lot of traffic going eastbound. We just went through like 2 miles of a pack. There was one that was, I don't know, 10 cars, 15 cars, and then Another one came up as 2 miles of cars. Like I say, they come in packs. And then, but I don't see any with ski racks on top. Usually you'll see a few in the mix. Wonky wipers. Coming into the Frisco Silverthorne area. This is like Highway 9. This is exit 203. That Highway 131 was exit 157. So it's basically 47 miles, 46 miles, something like that. Between these two right here, but actually Highway 9 that's South 9. That'll take you up over, what's the name of that pass? Goes through Breckenridge. Takes you into Fairplay. Over there, 285. So this next exit should be 206, 207. So roughly 50 miles between Highway 9 and Highway 131. And then you have 27 miles between the two highways up outside of Kremlin. And then it's 13 miles from State Bridge to 70 on 131 Walcott. And I don't know how far it is from here to Kremlin. I'm going to say probably 23, 28 miles, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's Lake Dillon over there to the right. You don't see it much. Now we're getting some of the skier traffic. They're coming on the freeway, that's why I merged over here. See. At 205, so basically 48 miles and then another 61 miles that you save taking the Trough Road from Kremlin to State Bridge and then south to Walcott. This is nice. I was running a bit behind. I still would have made it in a time frame allocated, but I was running a bit behind. If we hit snow, it would have put me further behind, but we still would have been in the time frame, but it would be getting close. So it's nice we have dry pavement the whole way, so we'll have no problem making our time frame. Looks like we got a motorhome over here, the westbound lanes that decided to get a little too close maybe. Or just lost control yesterday and now they're getting pulled out. I don't know, that's CDOT, so that must have just happened. CDOT meaning the plow truck. When I was plowing Grand County, I used to assist with motorists and accident scenes, either with traffic direction or after. Man, these cars. I try to get over and they just come flying up. Sometimes that's why I just stay where I'm at. I forget them. And plenty of room on the left to go. Anyway, we'd assist during winter conditions, you know, but now it looks like that's what that guy is doing. I'm going to see it a bit. Okay, so I figured out the math just by the exit numbers. It's a little over 10 miles. So that comes out to roughly 70 cents a mile to take that left lane right there. It seems expensive, and it is. When you can do other toll roads for a couple bucks for 20 miles. That's why you don't see hardly anybody in that left lane. Okay, see ya.